please pay attention, okay? Whenever you see Westerners or Americans, Europeans, those countries are talking about the Uyghur people, remember one thing. They don't give a toss about Uyghur people. They don't care what China has achieved so far. The Western government, my government, looks like a failed state.
So apparently Muslims in China are oppressed. Funny, because in Xinjiang, they have cleaner streets than San Francisco, safer neighborhoods than Chicago, cheaper healthcare than the US, and more mosques per capita than France. Their GDP is growing faster than America's, their poverty rate is 0, and their metro stations don't double as homeless shelters. But hey, don't let facts get in the way of your favorite Western bedtime story.
What about Uyghurs? Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm in Urumqi, the capital city of Xinjiang province, Uyghur Autonomous Region. So many friends ask me the Uyghurs. I came here for you guys. This is my first time here. Let's explore. We just landed in Urumqi International Airport. This is a huge and modern airport. This is our hotel. $60 for this room. It's not bad. Grand Bazaar, the most iconic site here in Urumqi. This is the largest bazaar in the world, full of colors, smells, and smiles. This is Naan Bread Museum. Now it's a local bread for Xinjiang people. They have all different types of naan. This is the milk tea inside of the naan bread. Not really good. Xinjiang local dessert. The grandma of Riesling. Oh, this is even bigger. The grandpa of Riesling. To be honest, this is too touristic for me. Let's find some local places. This is the local metro station. Exactly the same like the other metro station in China, but with the Uyghur language on it. Lingguanxiang Food Street, only 200 meters long, but full of the most iconic Uyghur delicacies. We start with this kaobaozi. Inside it's the fresh minced lamb. Oh, like this. Wow. Oh, the lamb is so juicy and tender. Wow. The skin is so crunchy. Very handsome and cool guys. Look at the giant watermelon. All different type of cooked noodles. Really good for the summer. This is the plaf. Zhuafan. Uyghur, they can cook the best lamb in China. This is the Uyghur lamian. And you can eat the noodle unlimited for free. The chili is not spicy. Special herbs in Xinjiang. So juicy and soft. This is one of the largest masjid here in Urumqi. Let's have a look. This is the wudu place, but now it's not the prayer time.
Welcome to Xinjiang.
To conclude, I'm so impressed by the Uyghur food. It's another level. So, stay tuned and spread the love.
So here we are in the so-called Uyghur crisis zone. Except instead of prison camps, we've got the largest bazaar on earth, metro stations in 2 languages, endless street food, and open mosques. Meanwhile, in America, you can't even walk downtown without tripping over a tent city. Yeah. Real apocalypse. Let's talk numbers, because reality isn't CNN's strong suit. Xinjiang's economy grew well over 6% in 2024, far outpacing the US, UK, and EU. Life expectancy? Approaching 76 years, close to the US, without the $10,000 a year insurance bill. And poverty? That was eradicated by 2020. Over 2.7 million people lifted out of extreme poverty. Compare that to the US, where 11.5% still live in poverty. Urumqi's airport handled 27.4 million passengers in 2023, because nothing says oppression like fully booked flights and cheap vacations. Over 24,000 mosques are across Xinjiang. That's one for every 500 Muslims. In France, one for every 2,300. So who's really restricting religious access? Walk around here and you see Uyghur families running bakeries, kids playing in the streets, massive public markets, and some of the best lamb in China. Walk around San Francisco and you see boarded up shops, needles on the sidewalk, and people paying $4,000 for a studio apartment. If this is oppression, can we get it franchised? While Western media sells you tearjerker scripts, the reality is that many Uyghurs here have cleaner streets, safer neighborhoods, cheaper food, better public transport, and more cultural preservation than minorities in the West. So yeah, the West can keep its narratives. I'll take the lamb pilafs, clean streets, and affordable living over mass shootings, rent slavery, and medical bankruptcy any day.
Please pay attention, okay? Whenever you see if Westerners or Americans, Europeans, those countries are talking about the Uyghur people, remember one thing. They don't give a toss about Uyghur people. They don't care for Uyghur people. Only reason they talk about Uyghur people? Because they wanna score some points. They want to focus the shift somewhere else. Because if you see Chinese government, what China has achieved so far, the Western government, my government, looks like a failed state. If you see China economically, scientifically, human development, any areas you want to talk, all the areas, they have accelerated. They have reached to almost the supreme position at the moment. Every area. What are you going to talk about? Education? You want to talk about health? Human development? You want to talk about nano engineering? What are you going to talk? EV? You want to talk about spacecraft? You want to talk about the super fast trains? Which one you want to talk about? They are in supreme position, just 30 years. So how they can dehumanize them, how they can put them down, only one option they got right now. And that option is, let's talk about China. How Chinese are treating their fellow citizen in Xinjiang province.
So this guy totally nails it. The West's sudden love for Uyghurs is pure politics. They are the same governments that banned the hijab in schools, invaded Muslim countries, and still run Guantanamo Bay. Spare me the human rights sermon.
Because they are Muslims. To begin with, Westerners, you don't give a damn about Islam or Muslims. You hate Islam and Muslims. And Chinese, they will blame them, or they put, millions of people in a prison. They have put them in a concentration camp, re-education camp, slave labor, forced labor, one after another. Seems like these things doesn't happen in the West, right? Now, because they will bring these things without any proof of evidence, so they can put China down and accuse them, label them, malign them, blah, blah, blah.
Here's what they won't tell you. Xinjiang's literacy rate is over 96%, right in line with China's national average, and higher than many parts of the US. The region's high-speed rail connects Urumqi to Langzhou in about 12 hours, nearly cutting travel time in half, something Amtrak could only dream of. Between 2010 and 2020, the Uyghur population actually grew by more than 16%. Not exactly what you'd expect if there was a genocide. Infant mortality here dropped by nearly 80% since the 1990s, proof of massive improvements in healthcare and living standards. And with over half its capacity from renewables, Xinjiang isn't just keeping the region running, it's helping drive China's clean energy future. But sure, tell me again how this is a dystopian wasteland. Meanwhile, the US is seeing Muslim hate crimes spike, minority poverty rates stuck in double digits, and infrastructure crumble. But they expect you to believe they care about Muslims in China. Please.
Oh my God, you guys are so pathetic, supporting a regime, the most evil regime in this planet. And what's happening in Gaza is just happening. And everything you use to slander China, always these three: Tibet, Uyghur, or Taiwan. Uyghur, they are doing good. Uyghur population from 4 million grew to 12 million in last 70 years. They're having good life, rich life. And Tibet is part of China since history. Tibet people also doing good. They are so rich. They are more rich than I am. And this Taiwan, we're all Chinese. We had a civil war in 1948. They moved to Taiwan in 1949. We still haven't finished this civil war. One day we will unite it together. We are just all Chinese. Do you have anything else to slander China? So pathetic. Let me show you a little bit of video from Catherine's journey to the East. She's an American woman married a Xinjiang guy. And you can watch her videos on YouTube. So many people traveling in Tibet, Xinjiang, they post videos on YouTube. Do some research. Stop being so ignorant and so hateful. God. I'll go back to hell.
Yeah, you could break this down and say it's MAGA versus reality. Or, as I like to say, maggots. Let's talk facts. Uyghur population growth. The Uyghur population grew from 4 million in the 1950s to over 12 million today. Genocides don't triple ethnic populations. Also, Xinjiang's GDP per capita rose tenfold since 2000. And as far as Taiwan is concerned, Taiwan can never be independent. The Cairo Declaration of 1943 and the UN Resolution 2758 of 1971 recognized Taiwan as part of China. Even the US officially acknowledges one China. Now let's talk about this false equivalence. A lot of Westerners like to say China is like Israel in Gaza. But here's the fact. Xinjiang has zero foreign occupation, no blockades, and no bombings. The region's mosques, bazaars, and tourism, which is about 265 million visitors in 2023, prove life thrives here. All this just exposes Western hypocrisy. We're talking about the US, which bombed 7 Muslim-majority countries since 2001, Iraq, Syria, etc., while China invests $24 billion in Xinjiang's infrastructure between 2020 and 2025. So let's stop the smears. Uyghurs are prospering, Tibet is developing, and Taiwan's future is reunification. China's policies aren't perfect. No nation's policies are perfect. But the evil regime claims are just projections from nations with actual forever wars. It's time to judge China by results, not lies.
This city in China has many Chinese Muslims. This city was overrun by the Tibets in 763 AD. Once it was recaptured, it was given the name Xining. Xining, also the capital city of the Qinghai province in China, whereby Xi means west and Ning means peace, which means peace of the west. It is home to both the Chinese Muslims, Hui people, and Tibetans. As you can see on the streets, there are many people wearing hijab, which actually feels that we are somewhere in Malaysia, like KL. This place doesn't feel like a very typical Chinese city in China. Some signs also have Tibetan words on it. Also, the Qinghai province borders Tibet, so it is pretty normal to be seeing Tibetan influence in this city.
So there you have it. Real people, real progress, and real facts smashing Western propaganda. China isn't perfect, but the lies, they're on borrowed time. If you're tired of the hypocrisy, hit like, drop a comment, and share this video to expose the truth. Until next time, 再见.
And it's interesting that no Muslim country today has condemned China on the Xinjiang policy. The Americans are not known to love Chinese. They're not known to love Muslims. But somehow they love Chinese Muslims a lot. So that's my answer to your question.